Welcome to the Supporting Chaos podcast. I'm Sammy.
Sorry I'm late.
Of course you are.
Sorry I'm late.
What's on your shirt?
Could be throw up.
I think I have a stain remover. I think this is yours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have wipes. That'll do. Oh my gosh, guess what?
Let's hit record first.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Supporting Chaos podcast. I'm Gracie.
And I'm Sammy.
And today we're getting a little weird, but...
Today?
Every day. But, wait, what were we going to talk about today? So that's what I was wondering.
The only
if we
thing
just
in my
start
head
talking.
right now is Lil Wayne. And I am my own consultant.
Okay, before we start, Sammy has Sammy has a first that she's gonna tell us before we start, and then we're gonna get into being really weird.
We walked in and I almost just said, I was like, nope, save it for the pod. It's so hard to do. So I had a first today.
Okay.
And it's something that you experience a lot that has never happened to me.
Okay.
So I need you to guess first.
Something that I experience a lot.
With your kids. And it's never happened to me with my kids. We had
a clothes fight.
Yes!
I love it.
My first time ever. So Cooper is really expressing himself through transforming into different Pokemon characters.
Oh.
So we love that. And I don't care at all what he wears, but he wants to wear... Today was long brown pants and brown shirt. Literally, I'm like, okay, that's fine if you want to wear it. But the pants were too big, and he just spiraled, and it kind of just made me laugh because of how many times.
This morning, my youngest literally had a turtleneck on, and it's supposed to be 98 degrees, and we had a fight over that. I was like, you cannot wear a turtleneck today.
Yeah, luckily his were just light pants.
Yeah.
And he did have a short sleeve shirt on, but yesterday he wanted to wear yellow.
I love that.
I know. It's so Cooper-coded.
That is Cooper-coded.
Oh, forgot about
yeah, so the wardrobe fights happen every single day. They've happened every single day for 5 years now in my life. So congratulations. Welcome to the first.
Her daughters really do. They love to express themselves in clothes.
But once I started to just be like, I don't care. As long as it's weather appropriate, I don't care. I have so much less stress in my life, but I had to get over that hump.
This might be unpopular, but I actually think some of the outfits that they put together are really cute. They're kind of getting a chic 4-year-old Adam Sandler.
Sometimes I think back on you know how the Mary-Kate and Ashley would have the baggy and the tight and the backwards hat, the old school stuff. And I'm like, it kind of does give a little retro
It's giving Mary-Kate, Adam Sandler kind of mix.
Combination, just the whole thing.
No,
so on that note, today we're getting into just our
wow,
weird...
we're just going. You're ready. I love it.
I've been thinking through these things today. But we're getting into... So I actually had to put this word in Google to ask how to say it.
Quirks. You were going to use Chat GBT.
Well, I don't know if they voice things.
They do. She's like a Chat GBT
I do
queen.
love my Chat GBT. I do.
Sorry, unrelated.
But quirks. I don't know why. I have some words that are weird
I didn't take my medicine today, too, so just be ready for that. My medicine is Adderall in case you're consultant.
Quirks and anxieties. But we're gonna start it off by playing a game. So
I actually don't know what the game is. It wasn't on the outline, so I'm excited.
The first thing.
Oh.
We're switching roles today, apparently. It's literally
my unmedicated is Gracie's medicated normal.
I did take my medicine, which is Vyvanse if anybody wants to know. All right, so we're going to do a quick fire, icebreaker on just our quirky things. There's a few anxiety things I think in there too, but it's going to be it's some good questions. So I'm going to read them, and then we're both going to write them down, and we can share them.
Okay.
I
had I was thinking longer things, but I'll try to write down. I'll try to write down quick.
We can write a thing, and then we can elaborate on it if we need to.
All right.
Okay. The first one is, what's the weirdest thing that you've ever found in your purse or diaper bag?
This is a very hard one.
So mine was just the other day, so I really remember.
I was literally laughing. I was like, that is a very specific question, which means that she wants to share something.
Actually, though,
as an older sibling, though, I relate to that fully. So
actually, though, on the topic of Chat GTP, I asked what questions to do.
Really is this so on brand today? My kids love to play with these. And now this is like a little chode tip. So
did you just use the word chode?
I did. I didn't know what else to say. Maybe not even a chode. Okay, we'll use this one. The weirdest thing. I really don't like.
Mine was definitely my youngest. Did this?
I'm sure. She's my spirit animal. I mean, nothing really. There's just always crap in my purse. All right.
Okay. Lollipop stick, a pine cone. That's a pretty good one. So the other day I found a pickle. We're going to the park, and she goes into my purse, like our little like bag, and she just brings out a mini pickle. And I was like, what are you doing? I pack snacks. And there's like 4 different pickles that she has just like in the bag on top of everything else. But I was like, oh my God. I mean, everyone ate it. I ate one even. It was fine. But I was just like, that is too funny.
I mean, I love it.
But now our bag is going to smell like pickles for the rest of eternity.
It probably will take out, maybe it's masking a scent that's way worse. Like, I don't know, poopy underwear that was in there last time.
Yes.
It's like an air freshener.
Yes. Yes. A pickled air freshener.
Love that. Resourceful.
Yes. It was cute.
Yeah, I feel like rocks. I mean, a lot of rocks. We also had a rock that lived with us in the upstairs bathroom at my old house for like 2 years.
Oh.
And when I just always kept it in there. And when we were moving...
Did you name it?
It was just bathroom rock.
Oh, it was just bathroom rock.
We've had a lot of different rocks, but when we were moving, I was like, what do I do with this? I didn't pack it.
I'm glad.
I kind of regret it. But like, it was just 2 years, just lived in the bathroom drawer. And I knew if I moved it, then they would miss it.
Yeah.
So
it's the second you move something, then they're like, wait, where did my favorite rock go? And it's like the rock you haven't touched in a year. Yeah, it's right here.
We also had a fridge rock. And this is very my 4-year-old coded because he kept putting it back in when I would take it out. Every single time.
Because it's the fridge rock.
It's the fridge rock. I'm like, can we not keep a rock in our fridge?
That is so funny. That's so cute. Okay, the next question. I guess we don't have to write these down, but we have the whiteboards, and I like writing. What's your
Teacher
go-to?
coded, Gracie coded.
Gracie coded. What's your go-to mom hack that sounds crazy but totally works? I feel like you would know mine because
That's kind of fun.
I've shared it before.
To guess yours. I'm sure when you say it, I'll be like, yeah, duh. Your go-to mom hack.
It's really for toddlers.
Really for toddlers. Oh, is it the putting your shoes on?
Nope.
Oh. Tying your shoes? Does it have to do with shoes?
It has to do with animals.
Animals? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, transitioning like an animal? Like when we go to bed, I'm like, do you want to be a bear or a bunny on the way to bed? Like when we get in the car, if you ever see us racing to the car, we're cheetahs. But I swear it works. Because if you're not asking them, you're asking the animal to get to the car, to hop to the car like a bunny, they'll go.
That's actually super smart.
So in public, you might see me and my kids elephanting to the car.
Mean, I will do pretty much anything to just keep things going.
Well, and I mean, it's worked for every kid.
Sometimes it's funny with Gracie and I, like, we never know who you definitely started this one, but there's things that, like, we both just do, and we've done them for now 7 years, and sometimes we, like, don't know, like, who started
where
what.
it came from.
But yeah, I've done that.
And I swear by it. I mean, even, like, with, like, especially my 3-year-old right now is three-nager hardcore.
That's
so
probably
funny.
why I'm so sore.
What?
We were dancing so hard the other day.
Yeah. She's so funny right now, but
Dude.
she will only eat dinner right now as a cat. But you know what? We're just doing things as animals because it's better than not.
You know, I actually think that distraction is like the number.
Yes.
You're not going to get one script from us ever.
No.
But what we will tell you is distraction always works. Even like when Lenny came over and she was being a little shy at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goch, are you taller? Let me see how tall you are. And then she came and gave me a hug when she was ready.
Yeah.
Like distraction
is
we're giving parenting advice today. Look at us.
Yeah. Check. There we go.
Cooper
Perfect.
also had a dog phase where he was a dog for like 4 months. Do you
Cooper
remember
was a
that?
dog for a while.
And I finally got kind of worried, so I asked his teacher. He wasn't doing it at school, but he was so committed to it.
I wasn't worried about him identifying as a dog, if that helps.
He would be the first one. Go Cooper, whatever makes you happy. Oh, man.
I love it. Okay. I think I know yours for this one. What's something that you love when it comes to kids that you think is gross, or that normal people think is gross, that you don't think is gross that other people think is gross? Like something that you like.
You know what mine is.
Spit up.
Yeah. I love the smell of baby spit up. I will say, like we haven't talked about this in a long time.
Yeah.
But anytime we have posted it, there has been like 5%
Yeah.
who have agreed. So it is kind of a thing.
I mean, I don't mind baby spit up, but like none of it in like, I'm not like, let me get that spit up. It's not like that.
Like when a baby spits up on my shirt, I'm like, thank you.
Literally, I've had times where there's been a baby spit up and Sammy's like, oh, let me get that. And she like comes over and like whiffs. And I'm like, can you stop? It's so weird.
I just like whiffed really hard into the microphone.
There's but you like all baby spit up. And I feel like it's normal. Like a normal, gosh, I can't say the word quirk. Is to have, a hard word. Like, people think that it's like just their kids. Like, so mine is morning breath. And I like, when my little toddlers have morning breath, I think it's so cute.
Toddler morning breath is cute.
But if I smelled another kid's morning breath, I probably wouldn't think it's cute.
That's true.
But like, you love all spit up.
Yeah. It kind of makes me sound like a psycho.
Yes, it does.
We're gonna lose a lot of followers on this one. I do like all babies spit up, but obviously not when they get older and it smells like throw up.
Yeah.
Like when they're
like
drinking milk.
Yeah.
Baby spit up. I mean, I think that's what the newborn smell is.
Yeah. It kind of is.
I think everyone else is lying and they don't. They do like
it, but they don't like it when it's
want to admit it.
They like the smell. I do love baby
The
smell,
other
though.
thing that I kind of like is I love the smell of babies' like feet and the little like lint balls in between their toes.
I legit, and when you made that video and like so many people related to it, like she showed me this video about it. It was about the between the toes, the lint between the toes, and so many people related to it. And I was like, I don't get it. That was the oldie. Yeah, but I was like, I don't get that. Like
my almost 7-year-old, his feet are getting a little stinkier, but I do love the smell of like their feet. Like when I take the sock off and like smell it.
Well, maybe I never knew the lint thing because my kids just never wore socks.
But I really like the smell of other kids though. I mean, next time your girl's over, I'm gonna take their socks off and smell their feet.
Like there's certain, like when my middle child drools a lot and like I don't mind her drool. Like I'll kiss her drool and it like doesn't bother me.
I like want to eat it up.
Yeah, it's like it's so weird. It's gross, but it's like
it is when it's like on their chest.
Yeah, and it's like totally fine. But anybody else, like, don't come drooling on me. I don't like it.
That's true. I mean, I really feel like your girl, like all of my sister's kids, like I feel so motherly to them.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to rub my face in their drool.
Yeah. It's like something about that love.
I think I would like their feet though.
Okay, well, we'll test it and we'll come back to people and let you know if Sammy likes to smell all their feet.
You're going to put me on like a list for saying that.
They really will.
But I'm not a feet person at all. I just want to put that out there.
Not on OnlyFeet.
Not on OnlyFeet.
She would not care, but I'm not going to say her name. I have a friend that I went to college with that makes a lot of money from OnlyFeet.
Oh, I mean, genius.
She's got a whole sugar daddy foot guy. It's very odd. Anyways, on a different note, back to the mom podcast.
Don't say you haven't considered it.
Honestly,
I know you have.
I would. Okay.
Wait, there was a time when Justin said that. He was like, I mean, yeah, if it was only feet and we were making a lot of money.
He wouldn't care. He really would not care.
I don't think Mario would be up for that.
I mean, as long as it was my foot.
I think the hard part is it's not just like showing your foot. You have to like engage in like dirty talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm not only, I'm pretty sure that's like kind of part of it.
Oh.
Because you have to like they pay.
I can't even do dirty talk in my marriage. I cannot do it with a random guy.
That would be really. I'd have you'd have to like chat GPT it or something.
Oh, I would definitely chat GDP it. Okay. We kind of already answered this one because I was like, I don't really have one. And then I said what I thought, and Sammy was like, wait, that's what I was going to say. So the question was, what's a rule you secretly love breaking as a mom? And I was like, I don't really know the answer for this one. Maybe all of them. And Sammy goes, damn it!
I was going to say.
I think all of them. But I do, like, secretly get a little, like, buzzed from, like, letting them skip school. Hooky days. I don't know what about it. And I think it's because I
skipped so much school when you were a kid.
Either that or like the idea of someone like thinking about how I'm feeling. Because like when I let my kids skip school, it's like when they're having a hard morning or going through something or like just emotionally not there. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. But I like it. I hope our teacher never sees this.
Is it because you like that you also don't have to do any responsibilities
Maybe
for that
that's
day?
it. Maybe it's because I get to skip school too.
Yeah. I do feel like I have a sort of bond, not a bond. I get very nostalgic with skipping school. This sounds so bad, but I think because
both of us were on truancy. If you can't tell.
We were on truancy, but before that, so like our mom died when I was 14. Crazy was died, but when I was like before mommy died, I didn't know how to say this. Like BM before mom. I remember having sick days with her and days of skipping school really vividly, which is so funny. Like I remember watching this movie with Brad Pitt, The Legend of, what is it? The Falls? Y'all know it. Something like that. And I remember being like, isn't he so hot? And I was like, what's
happening here?
Like, so I have a lot of memories like that where I feel like when my kids are sick, I get very maternal.
Well, I think it's interesting too. Like, I think there's a thing in school that's like attendance. That's not coming from your teacher.
Yeah,
it's not. It's coming from up above. Your teacher, your kid's teacher. If they are having a rough day, and I mean, I'm sure there's going to be teachers that are like, I don't feel like this, but most of the teachers I've met, if they're having a rough day, if they had a bad night's sleep, they don't want them to come to school.
Yeah.
Because
the attendance policies are very, especially with you're really only allowed not very many unexcused absence.
I just think it's such a bad, message to send that's being like, hey, you have to show up even if you're having a rough day.
I mean, I do feel like there's a little part of it that I swear, Maria and I are joking. We're getting old because we're like, these kids just don't want to work today. It's happening. And I do feel like there's probably there needs to be looser rules, but okay, let's just give the kids. I don't like that a mental health day is an unexcused absence. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. With my oldest last year, and her first grade teachers were just the best in the world. And I messaged them one time and I was like, I'm just going to say she's not coming because she needs a mental health day. And I did it. And they sent back a paragraph of we love that. I did that with my daughters. Yes, rejuvenate, come back when she's ready. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was so nervous about being honest about that. And that's my point of it is the administration and the administration above them that are so obsessed with the numbers.
Well, that's because also they get paid based on that.
And I'm pretty sure there's a stipend there on attendance.
Well, and I don't know public versus charter. We have a lot of charter schools in Charlotte, but I know charter especially gets paid on attendance.
That sucks.
Which, there definitely needs to be. And going to school on a half day. I'm sorry.
You don't do anything. Trust me.
It's literally it was funny though. This is where we're so different than my husband. So it was the last day of school and it was a half day. And I already told my son he didn't have to go, obviously. And he was like, what? It's the last day of school. I was like, nobody goes on a half day. He's like, I've never missed the last day of school in my life.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh. well, just kidding.
A little different. What's a moment your kids called you out for something you did that was funny?
I feel like you know all my answers, but don't say it because I'll tell it.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Say it. I'll think of it right.
I feel like I know what yours is too.
Mine was recently, and it has to do with glimmers.
Oh, well, no, I don't.
Okay,
go ahead.
no, you go first.
Okay, well, mine was, my 4-year-old, he was napping at daycare. So for a very long period of time, so my kids share a room, which Gracie thinks I'm crazy for because we do have extra rooms, but they share a room. And so he waits for my 6-year-old to fall asleep, and then he comes out, and we do late night with Coop because he's like not tired till like 10. And so we do late night with Coop, and there was a period where we were eating candy corn, and he really likes the fall harvest mix candy corn, which is also my favorite. So I'm very proud of him for that. Another small group of us that like candy corn, but harvest mix is a different story, or autumn mix or whatever. So he was like really upset because candy corn season was coming to an end and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And so he like really wanted this candy corn, and it was kind of like a very special time for us where just I got to connect with him.
You got that like one-on-one time, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, Cooper, it's okay. Like, mommy's going to find it. Like, you know what happens when mommy puts her mind to something, right? And he goes, yeah, she gets distracted.
Touche.
Literally, I don't think I ever laughed so hard in my life. Good. It was so good.
Her youngest also has this like the best dry sense of humor for being how young he is, and like I can picture it like perfectly in the Coop voice. Like,
yeah.
Well, so this is just a side note, but last night as I'm putting my middle that's the same age as Cooper down, Mila goes, "Oh yeah, Cooper's not coming back to camp anymore. He announced that it was his last day." I go, Mila, it was his first day. And I was like, did she get confused? And he said, no. He told everyone he wasn't coming back. It was his last day, so he'll see them never.
No, he wasn't confused.
Yeah.
That was like...
Well, then I started laughing, and Mila was like, she was like, what? And I was like, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at Cooper because it's funny. Cooper was being funny, and she was like, oh.
He has like I think this was Morgan, and I know she won't care if I tell her it was last summer, and she was like, his brain like needs to be studied. Like, I've never seen a toddler like that who can like, I mean, most of their jokes at this point are like knock knock poop poop.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I meant to say like poo, that was weird. But like he's sarcastic and like funny and just different.
Like on the first day, so
like,
on the first day of camp, being like, "Okay, guys, this is my last day. See you never."
That is,
and to his cousin too. Obviously, he's gonna see her like tomorrow and the rest of his life. That was so funny.
That is hysterical. Yeah, that's Cooper. Well, the funniest part too is so he told a fib, and my 6-year-old came home yesterday from camp. He goes, "Mom, I told a little fib," and I was like, "Oh, it might be the fib that I already did to get you," because they're 3 months apart, our oldest, but they're in different grades, so they're doing this camp together.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just changed the date a little accidentally, just, you know,
just a little. Just a little bit.
Like, it doesn't really matter, right? So I'm going to get canceled for that.
Well, so Harley said that she said something to because I just didn't even think to say.
Them.
I didn't prep. And so they were like, saying something about like 2nd, 3rd grade. She goes, well, actually, he's going to be in 1st grade. And I guess the teacher goes, oh, as long as he's having fun, he's where he's supposed to be. And I was like, okay, good. We're good. We're clear. We're in the clear.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't know what to do. They thought I was in 1st grade. And he was like, I told a little fib. And I was like, oh, it's okay. Mommy told you that. Told that fib to even get you there. But it's
my gosh.
They're different personalities in a nutshell.
Yes. So the other day, I took a Spark.
That's the high dose.
The high dose. And I'm in my bed and I have a snack. And my 6-year-old, who is very oldest child, comes upstairs and she goes, oh, you are not supposed to be eating upstairs, and especially not in your bed. I'm telling Dad. And just like runs out the room and is just like, and then Justin comes up and he's like, and I'm just like stoned as SHIT, just like eating whatever. But I was like, and she has not let it go every single day since that. She's like, well, Mommy breaks rules all the time. She eats in her bed. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, it was one time I had the munchies, okay?
You wouldn't understand.
One day when you get high, you'll get it.
But not till you're 26.
Not till you're 26.
Oh, yeah. I've got, my kids always think it's funny because there's always snacks by my bath. So they'll like come up and be like, Mom, were you eating ice cream? I'm like, yeah.
Well, we've had a big thing lately about like not
y'all have
upstairs.
like, I don't have any of those rules.
Well, we've seen bugs, and so
Yeah.
I'm like, we can't.
Yeah.
But I can. Because I'm the adult. I'm the boss. All right, last one. Or if you had a parenting theme song, what would it be?
Definitely Good Day by Nappy Roots.
Oh, that's a cute one.
I think, started singing that to Dawson when he was like a baby. And I actually posted about it. And Nappy Roots followed us on Instagram. And I was like, so
that is
excited.
one of our
I was like so
fames.
excited. I thought they were huge. Like, I mean, they were huge this just shows how like old we are now. And I, like 1 million followers. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Nappy Roots. And they had like 30,000 followers or something.
Well,
Which is
cool.
great, but like it's not for like a musician.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I
you
mean?
They still follow us, I think.
Yeah.
that.
But
Mine's not as cute. But it's honest. I think, that like Hot and Cold song by Katy Perry?
yeah.
It's like one thing and the other, like hot and cold, yes and no, up and down. Like, all, like yeah, that kind of, that makes sense.
I feel like also Espresso with your 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Like she's loved that song for so long.
It is a good one.
I also like the song. I think it was popular when, again, my oldest was a baby. It was like, I want you to be happier. Like when they would cry, I would always be like, I want you to be happier.
This is actually funny. When Sammy was, like, when she first had her kids, she said she didn't know that many, like, nursery rhymes. So she would just sing, like, whatever songs were, like.
I still have, like, songs that I made up that I'm like, Mama loves you, do, Mama.
To the window, to the wall.
No, the other song that was popular was, I was, like, alone in Kansas City. I also just want to put that out there. Like, we didn't have any friends or family. My husband was gone all the time. And I would sing rap to him. But, like, the song that was popular was, like, I only love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry. So that was a good one. But yeah, I didn't know a lot of like nursery rhymes.
That's okay.
We still don't.
All right. Our quick fire questions were a little longer, but that's okay. That's okay. All right.
That's so on brand.
That's so on brand.
So on brand. I'm like, wait, but I have like long answers that I want to elaborate on.
I'm like, it's going to be whiteboards. We're going to do it quickly. But you know what? That was perfect.
So that's the thing is if this podcast was just me, it would be 2 hours an episode. And if it was just Gracie, it would be like 10 minutes an episode.
Let's get to the point.
That's why we're together.
Yeah, balance each other out. All right, so we're going to get into just like our weird mom quirks. Gosh, it's such a hard one.
Okay.
So we're going to get into just like, this is kind of our confession corner. Like, just like weird quirks, gosh, such a hard word, we have as moms. And so my first question is for Sammy. What are some things that bother you that like you don't think should?
Bathroom fans, people leaving the sound machine on when nobody's napping.
Yeah.
If my fridge is too loud. If a light is too loud, I can tell that. But then I'm blasting music.
If a light is
Chaos doesn't bother me. Like,
yes.
I welcome all of the chaos.
She always is blasting music.
I'm always blasting music. I love when the kids are running around screaming. Like, sometimes I'll be like, okay, go outside. But those are the things that like bother me.
You, that shouldn't. I guess mine's kind of like the opposite. Like, I think one thing that doesn't bother me is like mess. I feel like a lot of, you don't really mind that like either, like when they get messy. Like,
oh, yeah.
If they're like painting or playing in mud or anything like that, I feel like a lot of moms have this like, stop with your hands, let me wash them right now. And I just like don't really, that doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't want them to run through the house with mud on their shoes, but I don't really care. Like, it doesn't irk me. Like, it irks my husband and it doesn't irk me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like, I embrace the mess.
Yeah. Mess doesn't bother me. Probably should. So messy things do, but like my kids being messy.
Yeah, we're like, if they have syrup on their fingers and like walk away, I'm not like, like freak out.
Yeah.
been...
I literally don't care.
Yeah, really, I just don't care, which I feel like a lot of moms do care about that.
You actually called me out one time, like at our old house in Kansas City, which was very cute and aesthetic. And she would, she came over and she was like, it's really funny because I feel like people would be like, wow, Sammy's house is so nice. But then you just really look around. There's like, again, syrup on a thing.
When you get a picture of it, like if you took a picture of it, it looks like a picture perfect, like
my kids colored
beautiful.
This whole thing on their wall in their bedroom.
But then you look in like the corner, there's like slime.
Yeah. Like for weeks I've been like, I gotta clean that up, and it's still there.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, that's a good way to, we were joking about how we break all the rules, but maybe we talk more about like what are, like with things that do bother you.
Yeah.
And like, or like some of your rules with that type of stuff.
Yeah. I think I have no rules when it comes to mess.
But okay, so what like are some of your rules?
I feel like my rules are really just like structural things, like meanness.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, I don't really have... I should probably have more thing rules. But, like, I don't have rules about, like, messes and about, like, snacks or anything. That's why my youngest doesn't eat any meals.
Yeah.
But I do have, like, you have to talk kindly. You, like, need to be, like, respectful, but also respect has to be earned to get respect back. I don't know. I don't really have, like, a lot of house rules. No hitting. That doesn't really work out, but it's just a rule.
Yeah. I feel like I probably have a lot less rules than most people.
Yeah.
And I think for me, though, it's very much one of my biggest weaknesses, or we'll say things that I struggle with that I'm working on, is staying consistent.
Yeah.
And so I mean, we have rules. My kids aren't like crazy. Like, we have very strict water rules. We live next to a lake.
Yeah.
My kids are like also really good swimmers, but still we have very strict water rules. We have like, if they tell me something under our code word, which is corny, they can tell me anything and I can't get mad. I feel like kindness.
Yeah.
I feel like the older like my kids are getting, they're starting to like, know more like adult kind of problems. And so one thing that we've been talking about a lot is like, how do you feel when you're like left out or when this is happening, and like being the type of person who doesn't sit at a table where other people aren't welcome. Like having that as like some like who you are. And so
we finally got they're all in their own rooms right now.
Wow.
Which I haven't told you yet. But that's our one thing, because I said you can tell people that they can't come in your room, but if you say that they can't come in your room, it has to be everybody. So, like, you can say, I want alone time in my room, but you can't say, only Mila's allowed in my room. Like, you can't single somebody out.
I like that.
That's like that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's a really good one. Then there's obviously some of the things, like, I don't even want to say it. Like, I don't like the word, like, GUNS, which we're dealing with stuff like that. But I also think that is how, like, we have some other rules, but that's how I can, like, because I think it's so hard when you are not consistent.
Yeah.
And so I really try to not make a rule that I can't hold.
That's why I feel like we only have, like, the 3 rules, because it's just, like...
Yeah. Which, like, they know to, like, be kind, and, like, we try to work on manners, but I feel like, and Chan with the boys has done a really good job of, like, I think she trademarked care less, but she's way smarter than me, because I remember having this conversation with you, like, 5 years ago, where you were like, how do you do it? Like, something. And I was like, I just, like, care less. Like, I don't care about the things that don't matter. And I feel like that's a big, like, misconception. Like, when you become a parent, you're like, I'm going to be strict and have all these rules.
Yeah.
If you can't stay consistent with those, and if you can't follow through.
Yeah. I feel like I am a little, I feel like I am strict on, like,
you're more
what they do.
I feel like you're more strict than I am. You have more rules, but I can't think of what they are.
Like, they're not, like,
but you're
set in stone rules, but it's very, like, and I don't even have to say anything. I'm just like, I say their name, and they're like, okay. But, like, we have, like, this, like, I feel like it comes from being a teacher, like, this silent communication of, like, no.
And I feel like you try things a lot, but you don't do it in like a, this is forever.
I'm announcing this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right now we're trying not to do TV before noon but I explain it's because I notice when we start our day like that, then we have a hard time playing, we have a hard time with our emotions and stuff like that. But I'm also not like, we don't do TV before noon because I know I can't keep up with that. Like
exactly. That's a perfect example of what I feel like you do. Yeah. And we all do. I do that too.
Yeah. I am trying to be, because I'm very like, I like to know what they're doing. Like and I'm trying to do a little bit more freedom, but it gets me. Like, and I think too, I feel like that's a teacher thing too, because I'm constantly monitoring and I'm constantly like checking in. Like I swear 1, 2, 3 goes through my head all day long. Like I'm always like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What are they doing? What are they doing? I think that's another quirk of mine, I guess. But it's not a good one. It's a sad one. This might be more anxiety one.
Oh gosh.
But I like read that.
But that's book. Relatable. We can't just share the good without the bad.
I know. I read that book, Lonely Bones, like a long time ago.
Yes.
And it's like the little girl, and she got abducted when she was like riding her bike to her friend's house down the street. And I swear it ruined me as a parent.
Yeah.
Because I am so overprotective of them when we're in a scenario where one of them can get lost. And I think that's why I'm like constantly like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, where are you? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Where, like, are you being safe? Did you sneak away? Like, what are you doing? So I don't know.
But that's actually a good hack, especially for people too who might be ADD, because I know we probably have a following of those type of people too. I could probably, so I feel, I need to finish that sentence. I could probably use that more. I actually feel like it's just my 2 kids, I pretty much let them do whatever.
Yeah.
Versus I get more worried when other kids, like even the cousins, I like to have like a pulse on things.
Yeah, to like get
But when my kids it's just the 2 of them. It's like a wild house.
Go for it.
Go for it. And we're home too. Like, it is so hard. I do think you have to be careful about the stuff that you consume. Like, there is so much good information out there on like how to keep your kids safe.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I saw a video that was saying that, it's a lot about like the anxious generation and stuff, and how like we need to kind of let kids like go into Walmart or not Walmart, like a McDonald's and order and cut, like you can sit in the car. Like we need to give them some of those
like things
to like, but at the same time, it's just being a parent is just weighing the pros and cons and like your risk assessment and doing what's right for you.
All the other kids in our neighborhood are allowed to like that are my oldest age are kind of allowed to ride their bikes around the neighborhood. We're like, I'm very like my street. If I can't see you, it's too far. But I let Harley ride to my friend's house the other day, and my friend, this is like my best friend, who's like, she knows me so well, my anxiety, and she sent me this text. She's like, I'm so proud of you. That was big. She's here. She's safe. And I was like, thank you. You knew I was freaking out the whole time, and I so badly wanted to like creep behind her in my car, and I was like, don't do it, Grace. But the whole time, I literally started crying, and I was like, okay, you have to let her go do things, though. I can't like all the time be behind her about my worries, because also that's going to create anxiety in her.
Yeah.
If I'm constantly like,
I mean, I do think there's a balance again. Like, can you handle this? And if you can, and you feel like, the risk is so small. Yeah. Right. Then, but it's a very like interesting balance. I do think so. That show Adolescence that everybody was watching.
Oh yeah.
I like went to look at it. I was like, oh, I want to watch this. Like everyone said, if you're a boy mom, you should watch it. I read it and I go, nope, because I
don't know anything about the show.
So I think it's about like a boy who ended up like in juvie. I think like shot someone or something, and I'm just like, I know water rules, gun rules. Like I feel like I know the big things of like the problems, and I talk, but like I don't think that would be good for my mental health, because that's.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could watch that.
No, and like everyone was saying on social media, like you should watch it and I think it's about smartphones too, and that's part of it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, That's just too much for me.
Yeah, like well, that's the thing. Like
that will cause me anxiety.
Yeah, like I already have anxiety, and so I think I would have been plenty safe in public scenarios if I didn't read that book.
Yeah.
But I also read it before I had kids, so I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
And yeah. So now that we're already in there, let's go into the anxiety part. And I kind of feel like we're hitting on this pretty well. So, this one's a little bit funny. What's the most ridiculous thing that you think you've ever worried about as a mom?
I feel like you're gonna have good answers for this one.
I have one in my brain. So my oldest recently learned how to tie her shoe this year. And this is so like insane to admit, but
oh God,
I like couldn't sleep over the thought of her having her shoe untied and being in line and someone stepping on it and her falling and like getting embarrassed. And I literally couldn't sleep over this, like over and over and over again. And she would go to school and I'd be like, oh my God, she's wearing the shoes that have ties. She like is really slow at tying. What if she like gets out of the line, like ties her shoe and like the line keeps going? And then she's like, I was spiraling over the shoe tying thing. And I was like, finally, I was like, Gracie, this is insane. Like you are having anxiety over fucking shoelaces. Like you need to move on.
And not even like a safety thing. Like, yeah.
Like maybe she gets embarrassed. Maybe she gets away from the line. Like I was going on for like days about like the shoelaces thing. And then I was finally just like, I don't know why this is happening, but it's consuming me and I can't stop it. So I got her a new pair of shoes. But I was like, you know what? Control what you can control. And now when she went back to her shoes with laces, she doesn't care.
So I feel like I've been doing something recently that I think will help a little. Okay. We're like giving parenting advice today.
I know.
So, and I kind of fell into this because I don't really like to read very much parenting advice because it, Yeah. I save them. So if I ever want to go back. But I never probably read the whole thing that I save. Yeah. Anyways, so I think I can't remember. I feel like the podcast is sort of being like, how like sometimes I forget if I tell you something. Or like one of my sisters or Mario because I talk to you so much that like I'll forget. I feel like the podcast is kind of like that.
It is kind of like that. Like when I was just so like, close. Now they all have their own rooms. I was like, that's weird. I haven't told you that yet.
Yeah. The podcast is like becoming one of our like circle of people we talk to the most. So I can't remember if I shared this yet, but I'll just tell it short. Said every ADHD person that then talked for 5 minutes. But so my son was doing swim team, and he doesn't have a lot of friends. He didn't know anyone in the swim team, like didn't know the coach. He missed the first 2 practices with an ear infection. He doesn't have he didn't have a ton of like swim team experience of like diving in and like the strokes. And our neighborhood is like really good at the swim team. So I kind of felt like I was setting him up for a hard time. So he was in the first lane, and basically the coaches emailed us and was like, hey, the kids in the first lane, y'all are doing great, but you're just not going to be able to swim in the meets because we have so many kids. So whatever, fine. So his first day, he swims down. Literally first time he swam down, he heard a kid say, I guess it was like a coach, but like I think it was a kid coach. He didn't want to elaborate, and I asked too many times, so I had to let it go. But the kid said, like kind of laughing, like that kid needs a lot of work. He walked out of the pool. I happened to be sitting there, and he was like, oh, Mom, this kid just ate it. And I could just tell he was like shaken up by it and like embarrassed. And this is like a new phase of parenting. I was like, buddy, I'm so sorry. That must have like, just validating, like really hurt. What, you need, what do you want to do? You want to keep going? He's like, yeah, I'll keep going. So we did another lap. And he has been practicing so hard. We had rainy days, cold rainy days, and he still went to the pool and timed.
That's so cute.
And he has just excelled, and he just had a swim meet. So they ended up timing him when they were doing the time trials. Like one of the coaches saw him and was like, wait, we should time him. Crushed the time. They just moved him to like the A group too, for the meet yesterday. Yay. And he's just gotten faster and faster. So it's been really fun to like be able to praise the effort for how hard he works. But I was thinking to myself, I'm so glad now that the kid said that.
Yeah.
Because our kids do need to learn disappointment and embarrassment and, things like that so that they can learn the skills on how to manage it.
Yeah.
And it was a really eye-opening thing for me because at first when that kid said that, I was like, oh my God, like, I want to yell at that kid.
Yeah.
I want to email that coach.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, it's fine if you don't want to go. Or, like you want to protect your kids because you don't want to see the look in his eyes was so hurt. But I just have really been thinking about that a lot. Like, now I'm glad the kid said it. Because or it wouldn't be such a lesson.
Yeah, for them to have learned.
How's it going?
I don't think she would mind me saying this. One of my friends is a child therapist, and I was in the pool the other day. I was like, oh, wait, that is really interesting. And it kind of reminded me of that because her son did a trick, and they were like voting on like the tricks, whatever. And he did a trick, and she was like, they kind of laughed, and she was like, I'm not gonna say his name, but I'm not gonna lie, that one was kind of lame.
Who said that? Oh, the kid.
No, the mom.
Okay.
Said about the kids jump. I don't want to say their names because I didn't ask them.
Okay,
okay. But the mom said that about the kids jump because they were like, do you like this jump or whatever? She's like, no, that was kind of lame. And then they both like laughed and went on. And like I noticed the other day too, there was like 2 pictures and he asked which one she liked better and she chose the other one. And like they just were like, okay. But I'm like, that is really, with little things like that, if you can teach them how to be lighthearted about people's and I was like, that is a really interesting thing because I'm always like, I like them both in different ways. And like, yeah, that was awesome, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think that's really interesting because she's a child therapist that like, she's helping him in little subtle ways deal with not like failure, but like,
instead of just being like, oh my gosh, that was the best jump I've ever seen.
Yeah. And that reminded me of that because it kind of like twisted my opinion of like, maybe I shouldn't toot their horn all of the time. There's something with confidence, but like that is something to like work on and think about, I think.
Is that so that was like intentional for that reason?
Yeah. How to walk away and laugh at that is very, or just because their responses together was very lighthearted, and then she laughed and he kind of laughed, and then they went on and did more tricks.
That's really funny because I actually just think I do that unintentional because that's my humor.
That sucks.
So good to know.
No, I'm always like, that was the best trick I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting.
It's a balance too because people will be like, people are too soft, people are this.
Yeah.
And like, I do feel, there are things that, so like with my kids, you were talking earlier about like the animal thing. So for when we go to the car, we do a race to get to the car, me versus the kids. Because of like the sibling, and I really like that because I think the sibling rivalry, speaking of hard words, quirk, and like the birth order things, like I feel like there's so much of that I see as adults that I'm trying to work on and like notice as, with our kids.
Yeah.
But I do, like, I love affirmations. I love like that type of stuff, but I feel like my humor, that's kind of like my humor is like
those kind of things.
Yeah. But that's really interesting.
I know. I thought it was, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And what's really interesting about it, too, is obviously they worked on it. And one day we need her on this podcast because it would be so good.
Yeah.
But the way that he responded to it, too, was like, they've done this before, and she's introduced it in a way that wasn't like negative and shameful. It was like, oh yeah, that was a lame jump. Like, let's keep going. And I was like, that's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. I think we have gotten a lot of, honestly, this was supposed to be a mini episode, but I think we made it a full one.
That's it.
But I think the biggest, like, the point of this episode was really just like, we all have our little quirks and our anxieties, and sometimes anxieties can make you like spiral, but it is a part of motherhood. And I think, if you don't wash the fruit or you're nervous about how much snacks you have, like, that's not an embarrassing thing. And I think you'd be surprised how many people have the same quirks. And anxiety is
yay, we got through the whole episode and you got the word right at the end. See?
Thank you.
Progress. We're praising the effort.
But we want you guys to comment on this and tell us, what are some of your weird quirks? What are some of your anxieties? And we'll see if we can, some people have common ones.
I like it.
All
Let
right.
us know if you like baby spit up.
Let us know if you like limp between the toes.
All right.
And seed.